survive.
Yeah.
Right. And so that's my problem with all these matrices. That's my problem with all these matrices, because they're trying to control that.
Yeah.
And what we don't realize is that we're always going to revert to our biological imperative. And so as much as we want to lie to ourselves, these women, even the RP community, that's why I tell you guys sometimes that, like, I'm not 100%.
We don't agree in everything.
It's not that I don't agree or disagree.
Thing.
It's just that they haven't completed the full truth.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm trying to tell you guys is ultimately. Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of the His&Hers, the Truth podcast. This is my inspirational wife,
Sim. Great seeing everyone again, and welcome to our channel.
Yep, my name is Twan, guys. Thank you for joining us once again. We're going to be doing another reactionary video, honey. I love these videos.
Yes.
And it's going to be another Fresh and Fit short clip.
True.
All these delusional women that come on the show, I love reacting to it. The title of this video, guys, is They Tried Calling Men Insecure for Cheating and Got Wrecked. All right, I'd like to see where this insecurity is going to go. All right, let's begin.
It's not that
weird.
deep. See, here's the thing. This is women overcomplicate things. Now, when you said insecurity, they cheat on him because of insecurity. No, that's why women cheat. That's why women will cheat out of insecurity and more complex things, because women are far more complex with what arouses them, what they like, what they don't like, etc. Men are simple. We get turned on like a light switch. Women get turned on like a volume knob. You have to, it takes a while, take some time. You got to warm up to it. With a guy, it's like ready to go. So women cheat out of insecurity and emotional instability and all this other bullshit. Men don't. We're very physically oriented. She's hot. She's available. I'm going to do this. With a woman, he's hot. But hold on. What color is his shoes? Do they match? Is he funny? Does he have a good job? All right. So women need way more to cheat. And that can stem from insecurity.
But are you saying that it's okay to cheat? For men?
We're saying it's going to happen.
I'm saying it's going to happen.
Pause real quick because now they're just going to say if it's right or wrong. Okay. So let's talk about the whole insecurity thing real quick, guys. And one of the common misunderstandings that all these women and in general, right, the modern female woman, right, not just these ladies on this show. And I want to say this because they always say, oh, all the ladies that appear on Fresh and Fit, they're so this one type of person. Yes. But no, they're not. They're guys. It's the same. It's the same. It doesn't matter the hardware. We say it all the time, right? It's the same software. It doesn't matter what hardware it is, okay? And usually what they try to what they don't understand is that it's the beta guys that are insecure. Yeah. It's not the freaking guys that are high value. Yeah. And of course, our definition of the alpha man, right, honey? But yes. Somebody that's on the purpose of the truth and who's high value. They're not insecure. No. They know exactly what their value is. Yep. They know exactly what their purpose is. When you know what your value is and you know what your purpose is, do you think you're going to be insecure?
Nope. You're confident. You say it out, straightforward. Like, hey, I like you. I'm attracted to you. Do you want to go?
Yeah. You want to do this or not?
They're not going to be like insecure about it. Trust me.
Yeah.
And that's what most women like. They like the guy who's straightforward. The insecure man that you're referring to is a beta dude that hey, do you think you like me? Should here I'll buy you this. Like stuttering. No. Okay.
That has to do with obviously not having the values in place. So now he thinks that he has to get your values by obviously buying your values,
impressing you with things.
Correct. But my point is that it's about not knowing your value. Yeah. Right. Insecurity sometimes is one, not knowing your value. True. Okay. And then two, knowing your value, but not having a high value.
True.
Right. But see, let's explain that. Honey. Yeah. Let me break this down because, okay, the typical insecurity that most people talk about is the I guess it's kind of like this, not even this self-awareness. You know that your value isn't that high. Yeah. Right. And so you're insecure. You're scared. Yeah. And so you got to try to obviously, do things to mask it or to obviously prevent the other person from straying away from you. Right. Yeah. Because this is the truth, guys. If you were really aware of your value. Yeah. Right. And so let's say you're still a low value guy. But you aware that I'm a low value guy,
Yeah.
Right. So let's say you were a 4 or a 3 as a dude, right? But at least you know it.
Yeah.
It's very rare that even those guys are super, super insecure.
Yeah.
Because the thing about it is, if you know you're a 3 or a 4 and you're really
And trying to work
happy with what it is, or you're happy with working on it,
they're not insecure.
you're not insecure. That's my whole point.
They're
So the true insecurity is kind of like this half lying to yourself.
Yeah.
It's like, you know your value, like in your heart. Like if someone put you underneath hypnosis,
Yeah.
and they had to ask your hypnotic person, that like, hey, what value are you? And you truthfully say, hey, I'm a low value dude, right?
Yeah.
But to the world,
Yeah.
you present yourself as this higher
Persona.
value person,
Yeah.
right? You're like you present yourself like an 8 when you know you're a 5 or a 6. So that's insecurity.
Yep.
So that's what we talk about all the time, like cockiness, right? Where
Yeah.
like you're over exaggerating and trying to get people to fool them to think that you're this higher value than you are. But deep down, you know that you're this lower value.
Well, that's why it's called insecurity, because you know what? When you're not being truthful, it's like you say you have this, but you know what? Once people get to know you, and once she's there,
it's hard to stop you, but
Yeah.
truthful to whom?
truthful to yourself.
Bam.
Everything
That's
is
the
to
key.
yourself.
That's the first
right?
step.
That is the first step, accepting who you are. And
Yep.
my parents always say, accept who you are. Say if you're not, your value needs to go up, like you need to make more money, then up it. Work harder to get there.
Yep.
Right? Be confident. It's not cockiness. Be
And
confident and show what you have,
and
knowing
before
who you are.
and before,
Don't lie to yourself.
Before we tell you guys to accept who you are, the first step is realizing
Yeah.
who you are.
Mm-hmm.
We've said this in some of our old videos, guys. So go check it out. Right, the time videos
Yeah.
specifically. The first step is obviously recognize the truth.
Yeah.
That's why the RP community, I tell you guys all the time, men need to become RP aware.
Yeah.
But ladies, you need to become
Same
RP
way.
aware too. Both sides need
Yeah.
to become
Work together.
the
Yeah.
truth,
I
right?
know it. See it.
Because when you know the truth, then you can say, okay, crap, where is my values within this truth?
Yeah.
It's like I said, it's having a purpose.
Yeah.
Like if you're saying, hey, I need to get from point A to point B.
Yeah.
Before, I was just walking around in circles.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that I needed to get to point B.
Yeah.
I've been stuck in point A my whole life, right? So I've just been kind of walking around within this little room, right? The truth, the RP truth, what we
Yeah.
always try to tell you, is like telling you, hey, no, you need to get to point B.
Yeah.
You need to get a marriage, a kids,
We need
and the
to-
best outcome for your kids.
We need to guide you.
From there, then you say, well, how do I get to point B?
Yeah.
Well, shoot, there's this bridge. So I need to be able to freaking cross that bridge, right? Or, hey, there's this, like a hill. I got to be able strong enough to climb this hill. We talk about fitness, finance,
Yeah.
resources, right? Status, right? So my point is, you got to know your value after you know the truth. So realize it first.
Yeah.
When you accept it is when you say, okay, cool. I want this purpose of the B,
Yeah.
of the truth, right? I know my value is here. What am I going to do
To get up
to
there,
get
next
to
step.
that next step?
Yeah.
Right? And if you say, okay, well, cool, I'm a 3 and I only want to be with other 3s,
Then you're cool.
then you accept
accepted
it. That's the point. But let me tell you guys another thing. This
But
is
you're
why
not going to be happy, are you?
yes,
You're not going to be fully happy.
because this is the modern day and age that we're living in. This is what most blue pill guys.
That's
this
reality.
is what most people that the RP community always gets freaking pushback from.
Yeah.
Or get criticism from, is that they don't understand the current marketplace. They do not understand the current situation we're in.
Yeah.
Ladies who are 3s or 4s don't want men who are 3s or 4s.
Yeah.
So as a man, you can sit here and accept that you're a 3 or 4,
They're not going to want you.
but you're not going to get the purpose of the truth. And that's why we're living in such a crazy shit world right now.
And,
Okay.
and that's facing reality, guys. You have to be first truthful and honest with yourself. I don't care if you're a man or a woman. If you're a size 20, don't say you're a size 2, because you can't fit that dang size 2 dress. What, your leg, your
But-
arm? I'm just trying to
honey,
say it's
but
you either want to go work out, go on a diet, up yourself, fix yourself, do whatever it takes to try to get there.
I get it, but right now the ladies haven't even understand that they need to go to the B.
But I'm just trying to say it.
That's the problem. This is a good video right now, guys, because this shows you the modern status, the modern state of the female, modern feminist Western woman, and the current dating Western world market. Sexual market.
Wake up.
Ladies are walking around at the point A right now, and they've been lied to that this is their purpose, and this is their values.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, they don't know B yet. So before we can even talk about values, before we can even talk about freaking, what you're going to need to do to get to the truth, they need to know that there's a truth. And that's why, like I said, this content is so important.
Let's go to the next
let's keep going. Okay.
For the man to cheat,
your moral compass is your own, right or wrong. That's up to you.
Listen,
but
if a dude cheat,
for the man,
I don't think it's a big deal if a guy has sex with another girl.
You don't think it's a big deal? Even for me, even the situation I'm going through right now. So you are
emotional damage.
No, but I would like
Here's
to
the
know
difference.
that.
Here's the reason why men and women are not the same. Men don't have to get to the same emotional state to have sex with a girl that a woman has to get to have sex with a man.
Yeah,
In other words, right? When a woman cheats, it's premeditated murder. She planned that shit. When a man cheats, it's manslaughter. He was driving drunk and he hit somebody. Fuck. Ah, damn it. It's not the same.
Yeah, but when you know that you're gonna hurt somebody, so are you fine that you're gonna hurt someone?
Here's the thing.
You can't have somebody that doesn't find out.
Yeah, they're never cheating on you thinking, yes, I can't wait till she fucking knows, like Justin Timberlake recording shit.
Yeah, but that's the point.
They try to hide it. The difference is that the reason why men have to hide their infidelity is because the same reason we're having this tough conversation now. Women can't handle the truth. And when you tell them the truth, they don't like it. You're never going to sexually satisfy a guy by yourself. What was the immediate response? That's because men are insecure. No, they just want new pussy. But women rationalize like crazy concepts in their head as to why their guy cheated on them. Well, he's insecure. Maybe his dick is small. Maybe my boobs aren't big enough. Maybe my body, blah, blah, blah. No, he just wanted a new pussy. He just wanted a new pussy. That's all it was. It's that simple.
Yeah, ladies, it's not you. It's just us as guys, we want to bust nuts. That's pretty much it.
I feel like that's why women never get caught cheating. Because why do guys what do guys have to?
Let's pause because now they're going to why women don't. Guys, like I told you guys, we're living in multiple phases of the matrix right now.
Yeah.
What they're referring to, unfortunately, whether about the whole morality, right or wrong, because we've been indoctrinated with this morality matrix, religion. I've told you guys this in previous videos, right? But the religion aspect was only even made so that men wouldn't kill each other for the purpose of the truth.
Oh, yeah.
And then also, remember, originally, the religion was that the woman was the property of the man. It isn't only in modern times that we've flipped it around to make it that men and women are equal within the religion aspect, and that men are sinners if they go step out, right? Okay. Because like I said, with any ideology, with any matrix, what does it want? Yeah. It wants more power. And how does it control more power? Is obviously by freaking controlling everyone, but specifically controlling the men.
Yeah,
right? Because the man has the fitness level. I can freaking kill you or not kill you. If I'm the one that's alive, I get to dictate the policy.
Yep.
Okay? And so what they're arguing over, unfortunately, is a morality matrix, the freaking religious, tradcon, conservative matrix that people are not accepting right now. Right? I don't want to go freaking political, but people are not freaking caring about the whole freaking conservative, traditional. I don't even want to do it no more. That's why I don't watch these freaking tradcon channels. I can care less about Ben Shapiro, freaking Candace Owens, all these freaking people, because they're all spouting they're masking the truth because they're all spouting this moralistic freaking ideology, right? Trying to say, oh, well, we shouldn't be doing this because of this moral. No, F that. The truth is the truth. How do you want to get the best outcome for you? Yeah. Now, I get it. I'm not going to go around freaking hurting people or killing people. I'm a good person, obviously, right? So I believe in obviously doing the right things, but I also understand the realism. Yeah. So let me tie it on for you guys now. Okay, so now we're talking about cheating. It's not cheating, and I'll tell you guys why. Because one, men don't bring fidelity. I've said this many times already. Men brings finance, fame, and their fitness level, right? So when men gives their sex, their fidelity to someone else, it's not a value that they're cheating on because they don't bring that fidelity. This is also why historically men who are high value men, the top men, could have multiple wives and multiple kids because all it mattered was the truth. All it mattered was that can you give kids to these women, right? And can you provide for them? Can you protect them? Can you give the best outcome for them? And of course, if you're the strongest man, you have the most resources, you have the most fame, you can do it with multiple women.
Yeah.
Now,
that's back then.
Once again, it's not about right or wrong. That's why we always get into these heated arguments because our biology tells us otherwise. Whether whether we fight it with this goddamn left-wing ideology or this right-wing ideology or this freaking religious ideology, the truth is always going to be our inherent freaking purpose.
Yeah.
Right? And so that's why I wanted to say that because I'm getting sick and tired of all these people, arguing over matrix. We cannot start from the standpoint of a matrix ideology already. We got to start from the truth.
Yeah, and why women are upset, okay? Because once she's the person who is the soul, like she wants the full attention, right? She wants your undivided attention. But once the man starts cheating and he gives attention to someone else or starts reaching into his pocket, which is finance, that's when she's ticked.
Yeah, but the problem is, honey, the problem is, and I know we'll agree to disagree a little bit here, right? Because my problem with this is I'm just basing it strictly on no moralistic standpoint. And what I'm saying is, let's say if this man was super well-to-do, let's say I had freaking Elon Musk money, and then let's say I was freaking, Tom Brady height, freaking, I don't know, an Adonis freaking fitness level. And then of course I was like one of like Andrew Tate famous, right? Like influence famous, right? And I had multiple wives. I bought each of them a freaking, $20 million house. I had 3 kids with each of them. They all have their own cars. They all have their own retirement plans. They all have their own freaking, schooling all paid for. Right. And I go home to all of them. I freaking sleep with all of them. I freaking give them as much attention as I need. I have maids for everyone so I can freaking juggle all of this together. Right. Because if I'm that high value of a man, I would plan it that well. Right.
Let me correct you, though, honey. But women, even if you gave them that attention, gave them all that stuff, they still, in the back of their head, are partially insecured. The key word is insecured. There's still a little bit of insecurity in women where they want all or none. They don't really want to share. And that's the truth. They don't want to share.
Once again, it's also because of this indoctrination throughout the last millennia of this moralistic standpoint of how, where when you marry, it's a union of the candle, right? And freaking we're joined as one. That's all freaking cap, guys.
Because back then, think about it. Men had multiple wives. They all work together. They build things. They cook things. Why? So that men can reproduce to make a larger family, knowing the truth that, hey, I need to continue my legacy. Hey, let's work the field, do things together.
It's also
not the same anymore.
It's also the best outcome because think about it. When you have multiple families, multiple people helping each other as one family and actually like caring and loving for one another versus only one person, right? We talk about, guys, the nuclear family is the base of a good society, a good civilization. Well, imagine if you had multiple nuclear families. And every one of your kids, every one of your wives are working together to freaking form. And I get it. Not every man can get there. So now we're kind of getting a little bit off it, right? Because only the top 0.001% of men can do this. But my point is, that's the point. The truth is the truth. If you're a man and you can get to that point, then you can get to that point. And that's all it is. It has nothing to do with this morality BS that they're trying to argue over.
It's a woman.
Yeah. It's the matrix, and then now obviously the woman's emotions that are obviously fighting it.
Guys are getting pussy. Why would they go to the boyfriend? You know what I'm saying? Guys get caught cheating because girls get emotional and upset, and they have the need to go back to the girlfriend. You know what I'm saying? Guys are getting what they want. You know what I'm saying? There's no need to do extra.
I see what you're saying. Because girls will go back and tell the other girl, "Oh, well, your boyfriend cheated." Because they feel like
I feel like I've never seen a guy go to another boyfriend and I feel that's like more rare.
Unless he knows them, yeah.
Unless they're boys, but
I mean, the point I'm trying to make is that it's not you cheating on a man is not the same as a man cheating on you. Like that relationship could still work if he cheats on you. It ain't gonna work the other way around though. When a woman cheats, it's over. She checked out.
But why is it that way?
Men and women are not the same.
Because like
They are.
I get what she's saying. She's saying because how can a guy love her and cheat on her, hurt her? But we're saying he can love you and still cheat on you.
Yeah, and she doesn't want to
He
accept
just
that.
got caught.
Does he truly
He
love
just got
you?
caught.
That's it.
Yep.
They're all
I
cheating.
feel like love and respect are equated. So
Mhm.
if you have
Yes.
enough respect for your partner not to cheat on them,
Sorry.
like, if-
Exactly.
No, he has
You
enough
love him?
respect to not tell you to hurt your feelings.
Yeah.
That's the
Exactly.
difference.
But
Because
you can't do anything what you can say out loud because then it doesn't mean that you're in a relationship if you can't speak about everything. So why would you need to hide
Because women
something?
can't
Why
handle the
would you
truth.
need to? Why would you want to be with somebody who you need to hide stuff from?
because women can't handle the truth in general. Okay,
But then
ladies,
you should
let
just
me
be
okay,
alone
hold
and
on.
be with everybody.
Okay,
Use
let
common
me
sense
let
for 2
me
seconds.
let me say something
We have-
real quick
On that
before. Well, a couple things there because they're gonna go on something else. So, one thing, like I said, I'm still, and I'm gonna keep criticizing the, our RP community. I feel like I'm part of this RP community. You know, honey, we're a small channel.
Yes.
None of these guys know us per se. Shout out to Allie, man. Thank
She
you for
reached
giving
out.
us, giving us that platform, your platform to go
Opportunity.
to talk to you. But for the most part, we're nobodies, honey. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? We're a small channel in this sphere. But one thing I want to keep harping on is that the RP community, you need to fulfill 100% of the truth.
Both.
You're still talking about how there's no high value women. You're still talking about how, when women cheat, it's because men and women are different.
Yeah.
No, guys, why it hurts a man so much more so when a woman cheats, or why it's more considered murder versus manslaughter, is because that is one of your primary values. And so how do we get to this value, honey? I say this all the time. We have
gotta
to
work
have the
hard.
purpose.
Yeah.
You got to know the purpose. And then once you know the purpose,
gotta
then you know the
instill the-
values
Yep.
to get to that purpose. And then once you know the values, ladies, now you know what you're bringing to the table. Now you know what makes you a high value woman.
Yep.
Right? If you're fit, you're beautiful, you're young, you're fertile, and then of course you're
belly's low.
feminine, you're inspirational, you're nurturing, you're caring, right? And you're kind. And then, of course, if you're low body count, you're
That's
not
what I just said,
promiscuous,
yeah.
you're freaking least, less than five body
Yeah.
count, right? That's what the statistics show.
Hopefully less than that.
That would make you a high value woman.
Yep.
And then that's also why when you give your fidelity up, that's why it's murder. Because that is one of your primary values. Okay. And now, let's clarify this because there's been a lot of guys, and it's kind of funny that his name is actually on our video. So shout out to Alvin Sam.
Yeah.
He's quoted us, he's commented on some of our videos,
Yeah.
honey. Him and I disagree on this. And cool, Alvin, you can
Yeah.
continue disagreeing on me, but it doesn't change the fact that there are values. And if you're higher in those values, what does that logically make you?
Or
A high value person.
Yeah.
So if your values are high in the feminine values and you're a female, what does that make you? A high value woman. Now, whether there's more of this person or less of this person, that doesn't change the fact that there's still a high value person.
Yeah.
Right? Just because there's freaking more, let me put this in car terms. Okay?
Okay, here we go.
Just because there's more Ferraris
Yeah.
than Bugattis doesn't mean that Ferraris aren't still high value.
They're still high
So
value.
I get it. There's way less high value men
Yeah.
than there are high value women, but it still doesn't change the fact that they're high in their values,
True that.
right? They're not the same values. And that's why we keep having this freaking debate and misunderstanding, is because we need to clearly define these freaking terms.
Yeah.
Okay?
Here we go.
End of the rant.
15,000, almost 16,000 people watching. You guys want to know why we're so popular? I'll tell you why. Because women are rarely told the truth. They come on this podcast, we tell the truth, and the reactions we get from y'all are fucking crazy. To the point that we've been able to build up to 1 million subscribers because it is so novel for men to tell the truth when it comes to sexuality, relationships, etc., that guys tune in late at night, go to work late, sleep deprived, to see female reactions to the truth finally being told to them. Because women grow up.
Shout out to God, by the way.
Think about that. Shout out to y'all. Like we have so many people here. You guys, we're telling you what it is, and you refuse to accept it. And that's why people love this, because women cannot accept the truth. So knowing this, guys don't tell women the truth. They say, I love you. You're the only one. But they go and fuck another girl. Why? Because women can't accept the fact, listen, I love you, but I'm going to have sex with other girls. It is what it is. What do you mean? I'm special. They can't take it. So guys lie.
But then you need to accept that the woman also lies, that she's not going to tell you the truth. It's equal. If you lie, so the woman can lie also.
Lie about what, though?
About cheating. Like, if you want to go with somebody else, so also the woman can go.
If you go cheat, that makes you a hoe.
No, but if I don't tell that
if I cheat, that increases my status.
No, but you told me that if I don't tell that I did it, so I didn't do it.
Can I just say?
You say that if your partner doesn't know that you cheated on her, so then you didn't cheat.
We never said that. We said that guys don't tell them because women can't take the truth.
Yeah, but do you think you cheated if you didn't tell her?
No, it happened, but she doesn't know.
Yeah, she doesn't know.
Yeah, but did you cheat on her if she doesn't know?
I don't get it. I'm lost.
If a tree falls in the forest and no one's around to hear
No,
it,
but I would like to
doesn't
know
make a
that.
sound?
Did you cheat if you didn't tell
It's
her?
only cheating if you get caught.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Black men don't cheat.
And that's not like.
And this right here, this is a quintessential example. This is so no offense, Miss Finland, but this is a perfect example why guys don't be honest with women. They refuse to accept it. Like I'm telling you straight up what it is. Guys are gonna have sex with other girls.
But then you need
Just
to
accept
accept
it.
that we don't say the truth either.
Yeah, well, you guys lie to yourselves every time you walk out with makeup. I know, I get it. You know, men, you know, women wear makeup because men fall in love with looks, and men lie because women fall in love with what they hear. We lie in different ways to get what we want from the opposite gender. We're very different. But what I am saying is that there's some lying that is to some degree acceptable, and to some other degrees that's not acceptable. It's acceptable for you to wear makeup and alter your look and look completely different, right? It's acceptable. Men will accept that, but they will not accept you fucking other guys.
But we're not hurting anyone by wearing our makeup. You're hurting two women by doing what you say you're gonna do.
You're hurting us, all right?
Yeah,
That's
I mean,
true.
yeah. Well, wake up next year with no makeup. That could hurt us too. But
oh my god,
here we go.
No, but ladies, what I'm trying to say
Let's
is
pause
that
real quick because when they say hurt, one thing that really bugs me because they're only talking about their feelings.
Yeah.
Right. It doesn't hurt the truth, ladies. That's like I was telling you earlier, like the hypothetical situation, right? If this man was literally taking care of everything, paid for everything,
I was just gonna say
right? You know, and covered everything, protected you, was willing to die for you, right? Everything in terms of the truth is being fulfilled.
Here, why cheating for men and women is different. Okay, when a woman cheats, she cheats with her mind and heart into it, right? It's like, okay, I'm gonna say if a man cheat. He, like they said, it's like, okay, well, he just needs to let go of his testosterone or whatever else, right? But for a woman to cheat, she already planned it. She's like, either A, it's a revenge thing. Hey, you did this to me, whatever else, or I'm hurt, whatever else. A man doesn't even think that. Like my husband said, if a man was still taking care of you, he paid all your bills, whatever else, nothing has changed, right? He's doing that. He still comes to you, pay all the bills, whatever. I don't think you would be as hurt. But why you're hurt? Because you, in your mind, look into it more in deep. Like, hey, did you connect yourself feelings for her? Did you fall in love with her? Did you have to spend more money on her than I am? That, I think, is more what the woman is feeling.
I get that, but I get it. Women can be delusional sometimes when their feelings are involved.
Yeah.
But this is also the reality, guys.
Mm-hmm.
And there's two realities when a woman does that. One, if a woman knows that her man was doing all that for her, paying for her, willing to die for her, she's not going to have that feeling. Will she be upset that he had sex with another woman? In this day and age, she would be. That's what I'm trying to say. That's how crazy the Matrix has indoctrinated the modern female. But I guarantee you, back in the day when like King Solomon, King David, freaking, all these freaking royalty people from back in the day, or even just high value men, even barons, whatever. These women don't freaking hate are insecure about it, if you want to use the title of this video,
well,
right?
Like I said, because
and this is the other thing I want to say before I let you is that you lower your value when you do that. Like Myron said, you're a hoe when you do that. A man doesn't lower his value when he goes to sleep with another woman. He doesn't.
Well, they look at a certain viewpoint.
Yeah.
Because a man still has his status, he still has his money, he's still taking care of all the other things. But
Correct.
for a woman, think about it. Why do you think once a man finds out the woman's cheating, that they break up.
They're done.
Because you know why? Because the thing that he respected and worked so hard for was your fidelity. Now you gave that, and you might even have a chance of having a child with somebody else.
This is the honest truth.
And that's the sad part.
This is the honest truth. All these women, whether this show or any other show or in your own life, in your own freaking reality, the only reason why they're upset when their man cheats, and like I said, guys, this doesn't equate for everyone in the world. This is a very small percentage of men that can get away with this.
I broke it
right?
down, honey.
All these women that are upset when their men cheat is because they're low value men. They're not that high value man that would freaking be able to say, hey, I'm doing everything else for you. And not even say, just do it. That's the whole point. If you were a high value man on the purpose of the truth, you'd just be doing it. You'd show them every day that you're waking up, going to work, having sex with them, take care of the kids, play with the kids, pay for the kids, pay for them, pay for their lifestyle, pay for their retirement. You would do all those things. And so all these women be like, hey, my life is hella good. It don't bother me if he's going to do something stupid. Like, like not stupid, but the truth. Right? The problem is all these women. But what I will say is that the Matrix has had a huge influence. That's what I will say.
They have.
Because the problem is these ladies, their level or expectation of what a high value man, of course, has gotten significantly higher. Right? Where let's say maybe in the past, maybe if it was like the top 30% of men, they would have understood the truth. Like, hey, he's a doctor and he's making, $200,000, $150,000 a year, and he can't afford 2 wives. So be it. Right? But now it's like the only way they're going to allow it to happen if you're like the top 0.001%. And even then they have
Women
an issue with it.
More. They expect more than
they're entitled. They feel entitled to
more like that. Average women feel like she is so entitled. So guess what, you guys? You're gonna live by yourself. It's okay.
These chicks aren't supermodels, but I guarantee you, they all want like a freaking Andrew Tate.
I don't care. Half of them are probably their body count's way up there if you look at their stuff. But whatever else, you know what?
And this is the other sad truth, guys. I wanted to say this because this is how the truth is supposed to be, right? If you look at every animal species, animal kingdom, right? How do they ensure the best outcome for the next lion to happen? It's always the top lion, right? Or the salmon that can swim up the creek and make it before he dies, right? Or it's a freaking dam, or the freaking the buck, the deer that freaking rams each other and see whoever wins So guess it's the top person that gets all the things. That's how you get the best genetic code. That's how you get the best DNA. And also you have the best resources, right? To freaking be able to feed the family, survive.
Yeah.
Right? And so that's my problem with all these matrices. That's my problem with all these matrices because they're trying to control that. Yeah. And what we don't realize is that we're always going to revert to our biological imperative. And so as much as we want to lie to ourselves, these women, even the RP community, that's why I tell you guys sometimes that I'm not 100%.
We don't agree in everything.
It's not that I don't agree or disagree. It's just that they haven't completed the full truth.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm trying to tell you guys is ultimately at the end of the day, the truth is really what we're all pushing towards. And we all try to mask it with these freaking different matrix ideologies,
We need women and men together
to
create the best outcome for your biological
But it's going to be the best man and the best woman.
That's what I'm saying.
And unfortunately, this is where, quote unquote, a double standard exists. Yeah. The top men can have multiple women. Okay? So, real quick, let's watch the end of the video, and then I'll give you guys my own personal insight. Okay?
It's not in you're not natural. You don't have a natural proclivity to have sex with a lot of dudes. You have a natural proclivity to secure with one dude. We have a natural proclivity to have sex with a lot of women. That's what I'm trying to say. You're not built for it. So when women say, "Oh, well, I'm gonna go out and cheat too," well, that just makes you a hoe. And it goes against your nature. And do any of the ladies here want to be a hoe? Raise their hands. Oh, no one. Fantastic. Guys, y'all want to have sex with a bunch of girls? Yeah? Yeah? Okay. Yeah. So see the difference here? We want to do that. You guys don't. So I don't know why women make arguments. I want to be a hoe too. Do you really though?
I'm trying to baptize all these girls.
So this is the end of the video, guys. But once again, that last part, once again, it's the truth. It's because we want to pass our seed, our DNA, our legacy to the next generation. Women, that's your value to give up. So of course, you don't want to be a hoe. You don't want to give your fidelity up because that's going to lower your value. Once again, guys, the truth. If we know the truth, we know the values, we know where everything's supposed to go and where it's supposed to be. We don't have to freaking try to explain it with these men and women aren't equal and freaking, you guys don't have this natural tendency. No, it's because the truth. We all revert back to the truth. Okay?
And trust me, it's never the best outcome when a woman cheats. Because you know why? You already premeditated. You already thought about it. And guess what? It's not going to work out. Most women will accept a cheating man if he's financially stable and can take care of him. That's the truth. But the other way around, most men will not accept a cheating woman. What is it you bring to the table? You're not bringing finance. You just lost your fidelity. What does he care about?
He doesn't care about your finance.
He
doesn't care about your freaking damn status or fame.
So since we're truth on this podcast channel, I'm going to look at you straight in the eye. A woman cheating is premeditation. It's negative. It's not going to work out. A man is not really going to accept you. But when a man cheats, and if he does have finance, whatever else, and he can still take care of you, trust me, you woman ain't going to want to leave him still. You're going to be upset that he cheated, but it's not going to help you in the other side because you know what? He doesn't care about your damn finance. He doesn't care how good looking you are. He can find somebody else if he's got the stable finance.
Let me give some game. Let me give some game to everyone because I promise this.
That's the truth.
Yeah, no, it is, and I promise everyone this last bit of information. Okay, so I'm gonna give you guys some game right here, right now. I'll tell you guys why I don't cheat, right, on my wife. And what I mean by cheat is, of course, this modern concept of me going to sleep with other women, right? I'll tell you guys why. It's the truth. It comes back down to the truth. I am not Andrew Tate, right? I know where my value is, right? I know my purpose, which is obviously my wife, my kids, and the best outcome for my kids specifically, right? I don't have the finances of an Andrew Tate, right? I don't have the time, right? With money, you could buy time as well too, right? So I don't have the time to go waste my time to go try to find other women, and then if I just wanted to sleep with them, that'd be one thing,
that's different.
right? But when it comes to the truth, right? How am I going to attract these other women to want to sleep with me?
Money.
Exactly. I'm going to have to promise them my values. Once again, the truth. I'm going to have to tell them, hey, well, one, they might be attracted to me because I'm a taller dude already. I'm better in shape than most men.
Yeah.
Questionable whether I look better than most guys. Yeah. But let's just say I'm above average when it comes to that, right? But my finances are above average, right? So what values am I going to have to give? I'm going to have to give my finances and a little bit of my status to get these women. Do I really want to do that if I'm trying to give the best outcome for my kids and my wife? No.
That's why.
I don't. And so that's why. So a little bit of game for you ladies out there, right? And men, right? Not all of us can do this. I get 100%, right? But also for you ladies, the reason why a lot of high value guys like myself won't do it is because if we know the purpose of the truth, we're not going to freaking try to harm or freaking put that truth into jeopardy. Right? Even if my wife doesn't divorce me, let's say tomorrow she says, Twan, you can go ahead and do it. I ain't going to care. I'm not going to freaking, do anything. As long as you take care of me, as long as you take care of the kids, I'm going to be okay. But think about that, guys. How would I do that? How would I do that, right? How would I be able to go spend my time, go try to court another woman, not spend money on her?
Please, that's a lie.
That's my point. Like,
how am I tell me?
How am I going to be able to do that?
Woman out there is going to give straight booty, especially now these days. Trust me. They're going to want you to spend some money and some time because women want some time, and especially if the man by accidentally had a child with her. It's a two-family thing, so his finance is going to be stretched. Well, do you have that time to take care of both sides? No, you not.
Let's be honest. No. The majority of men isn't even me.
No,
the majority of men isn't even in my position to have the finances, the fitness, and even the opportunity to do what I do. And I'm trying to tell you, with even my opportunity, like it would require so much effort and so much work, and then there would be so much at stake. right? That's why I say the truth is so important to both sides, is because if we want the best outcome, the man for sure has to know the truth. He has to know his purpose.
So
And
the
the,
woman.
and the woman has to know, so that way she understands that, hey, he's going to be on his purpose. And if he is on his purpose, then respect this man and respect him. And this is the other thing too. Obviously, my wife does what I need her to do, gives her values to me, so that way I'm happy and I'm not going. Let's be honest. Why do most men want to go find another woman to begin with?
Because somebody isn't happy.
Someone
in a
isn't giving
relationship or
their
attention.
values to them, so now they have to go find the value somewhere else.
Let me tell you, men, why most women cheat. Okay, this is gonna bring it out of the bag. Most women cheat because they're not getting enough attention at home. Okay.
Well,
They're
the men
the
aren't
men
bringing
isn't-
their value.
Their value, which is attention or whatever else, or pleasing her, or whatever else. B, hey, if you marry a hoe, she's gonna stay a hoe. She's never gonna be trustworthy. Let me tell you that. If you met her and she's already a hoe, she's sleeping around, or she's cheating on you, or she's always looking around, she's never gonna be committed to you. So if that's what you're taking in, a hoe cannot be changed into a housewife.
and
let me tell you that. That's the truth, right? Second, that's second, right?
Yeah.
What did I say? Third, okay. And if a woman isn't confident or whatever else, or she doesn't have that trust or faith in her man, and behind she's always gonna find things to argue with him, the relationship is never gonna be healthy or last. Because you know why? You're not confident. You are not. You're not trusting. You're not. Respecting your husband at all. Because if your husband is a hardworking man, he's doing this or going on trips or whatever else, and you're always going to have that negative thought that he's cheating or whatever else, it's not going to work. It's not going to work. You have to have that trust and faith in your relationship and honesty with each other.
But this is the hard thing, guys. The hard part is that there's a burden of performance for men, because there's this very realistic aspect of the values that we need to bring, right? Because my wife can be sitting at home, taking care of our kids, being her feminine, right? Be nurturing, be kind. But if the bills don't get paid for, so once again, that would be her simping, right? Because she's providing all her values to me, but then now I'm not providing my values to her.
There's gonna be issues.
And so as much as that's why the man has such this huge burden of performance, because women, like I said, and I know my wife has done this, right? You can take that time apart from the man. If you see that I'm bringing the values that I need to bring to get the truth fulfilled, right? But this is the problem with most men, is they cannot do it. We don't make enough money. They don't make enough money to do this, right? And so this is, once again, we say it all this time, this is the modern state of the market, unfortunately.
Yes, the way you think.
Women don't want to accept the fact that the majority of men can't do this. So that's one, right? They're all entitled to think that every man should be able to do this, right? And then two, the problem is all females right now are pretty much 304s, right? So the fact that your value is super low now, or lower, and then you're expecting you're entitled, you feel you're entitled to this higher value man, this is where it doesn't match up. It doesn't line up.
Nope, doesn't align.
And that's why it's not working out right now.
Wake up and smell the coffee.
Yeah.
So.
But that was a good video, honey. I think we had both good points. I think we'll still kind of disagree to agree on the whole, high value man, alpha man being. And like I said, we live in a morality matrix now for a long time. That I've said that, hey, even men, if you're freaking Elon Musk or Jeff Bezos, you can't have multiple wives, right? We call that freaking polygamy or whatever, and we. The matrix, the Western matrix has unfortunately made that illegal per se, right? But that's the truth, guys. Every other country knows it. Every other freaking society knows it, right? If you're a well-to-do man and you can support all of them, you can love all of them. In essence, love for a man is, right, dying and protecting and providing for that woman, right? And they can do that. So that's really the truth. But guys, we'll see you guys next time. Bye. Join us as we give you guys a glimpse into our lives, give you guys advice, hopefully give you guys entertainment value as well too, and provide you guys better outcomes.
Yes.